The movie begins with researchers in a crumbling palace. This palace belongs to an indigenous tribe. The researchers are busy examining the structure when a horse rider appears. He is carrying a piece of technology that fell from the sky. He takes it to the researchers. They examine it and figure out that the item he brought is a transmission module. They have an old machine that has been idle for decades. Only this old machine can read what is inside the container that the horse rider brought. The researchers are excited. They believe this could be the breakthrough they have been waiting for. They hurry to set up the old machine. The footage begins here. A spacecraft crash lands in the mountains. The crew consists of Marta, Tomasz, Piotr and Jerzy. The spacecraft is badly damaged. They struggle to exit the battered cockpit. The air around them is unbelievable. It is thick and humid, unlike anything they have experienced before. They ride downhill, leaving behind their dead commander. Tomasz is injured and nearing death. He reflects on life. He thinks about the nature of life and reality. He wonders if the conquest of love, beauty and money is worth it. Just then, a severe thunderstorm floods a nearby river. The water rises rapidly. Marta clings to Tomasz's body during this chaos. She refuses to let go. As Tomasz breathes his last seconds, they bury him and continue to the seashore. They remove their helmets to breathe freely for the first time. The air is fresh and clean. They find bird-like creatures for food. The creatures are unlike anything they have ever seen. They are brownish and vibrant. Unable to return to Earth, they decide to start a new life on this planet. Time passes. Piotr and Marta have a son. They decided to name him Tomasz. Piotr tries to teach him various skills like shooting arrows and writing on sand. But Tomasz is uninterested. He prefers to explore the new world around him. He is curious and adventurous. Tomasz grows twice as fast as normal, aging rapidly. Piotr worries they may die before Tomasz matures. He wonders if they made the right decision to stay. They build and sew, and Jerzy documents their lives. He writes about their struggles and their triumphs. Piotr's delirium leads to conflict. He becomes paranoid and irrational. He even attacks Jerzy. Later, he dies during beach explosions, leaving Marta and their children. Marta is heartbroken but takes life as it comes. She is determined to survive. Time passes, and one day, Marta decides to have a last baby, this time with Jerzy. They believe it is important to continue their lineage. Months pass, and the time for Marta's new daughter's birth comes. Marta dies during childbirth. Jerzy is devastated. He returns to find the tribe worshipping their departed leaders and him as deities. They resemble Earth's old faiths. Jerzy is considered a holy old man. Horrified, he leaves but returns later, realizing the tribe needs guidance. Embracing his role as a demigod, he leads and protects them, especially his daughter, Ada. One day, Tomasz arrives and seeks Jerzy's blessing. He is about to take his men on a journey across the ocean. He believes there are other lands beyond, since he saw something looming there during the daytime. He wants to expand their territory. Jerzy tries to warn him that there might not be any lands across the ocean, but Tomasz insists. He believes Mother Marta created the world so we can explore it. Jerzy gives him his blessing. Tomasz and his men build boats and set off. Sometime later, Tomasz returns alone, deeply shaken. He tells Jerzy that he found lands with cities, but they have been destroyed and overrun by monstrous creatures with wings and a single large eye in the center of their face. The creatures have killed everyone else. He warns that they are now coming to attack them. These creatures start to be known as shurs. Jerzy bids farewell to the original Tomasz's corpse and returns to the crash site of their rocket ship. He manages to build a mini-rocket from the scraps. He uses it to send the video drive containing all the recordings back to Earth, informing them of the situation. Many years later, people on Earth receive the videos. They decide to send an astronaut named Marek to the alien planet. Marek is welcomed by the people with great honor. They believe that he is a victor who will liberate the humans from the shurs. He learns that the shurs enslaved humans in the past. Upon his arrival, the shurs begin to wage war, trying to capture Marek. Marek sees the shurs. He finds them distorted, but the natives fear them. They say that what is defenseless is strong. The shurs are powerful. Battles ensue as priests escort Marek to the underground settlement of free humans. Marek gets injured in one battle, and the humans carry him underground. They tell Marek about the church dedicated to him and the prophecies of his arrival. The high priest, Maluda, offers his daughter, Ihezal, to Marek as it is prophesied he will marry her. They inform him that they know he left a woman to come here. Marek is shocked because he left his girlfriend on Earth. After all, she was unfaithful to him. He cannot believe they know this. Later, Marek is alone with a man. They sit in a dimly lit room, the walls rough and cold. The man looks serious and sad. The man began to speak to the Lord, explaining that the shurs communicated in silence and believed that humans did not know how to direct the evil within them. They had captured children and wanted to observe how the soul left the body. Marek felt a surge of anger and clenched his fists, sharply asking why there had been no negotiation with the shurs. The other man shook his head and replied calmly that the shurs were not ready for any kind of negotiation, as they considered humans weak for not being able to control their darkness. Marek's anger turned to frustration, and he questioned if there was no way to make the shurs understand or to find peace. The man sighed deeply and mentioned that there was a sect of scientists who believed the shurs did not exist, thinking they were merely a reflection of the darkness within humans, like a mirror showing the evil inside themselves. Marek asks him angrily if he really believes these scientists, and the man refuses. Marek meets Awij, the shurs leader, near the sea. He tells him that he is his savior, as humans would have beaten him to death. He believes that the shurs owes him to tell him the truth. The shurs leader pays no attention, but Marek is insistent. So, Awij connects with him telepathically, nearly driving him to insanity. Suddenly, Awij collapses and Ihezal arrives. The people rejoice, thinking Marek defeated Awij. Some try to imprison Ihezal for being alone with a shurs, but Marek stops them. He uses his status as the victor to assert his will. Marek reveals to Ihezal that he came to the planet knowing his girlfriend on Earth was unfaithful and wanted to get rid of him. He asks Ihezal not to disclose this, not wanting to appear weak. Marek speaks to the captured Awij again. He believes that no matter how cruel and inhuman one is, there must be goodness at everyone's core. Awij speaks to Marek telepathically, driving him delirious. Angry, Marek takes a sharp tool and proceeds to attack him. However, just when he is about to kill Awij, he hears Awij's voice. Awij says that the person inside him and his body are different. The shurs are at one with themselves, but humans are not. Humans consider themselves to be the body. Marek becomes hypnotized by Awij's words, believing them to be infinite wisdom. He almost worships Awij. However, Ihezal arrives and explains that Awij is merely bringing out what is already inside Marek. This is what shurs do. Marek is asked to appear before the people and levy taxes. This is because they need various items like metal to make weapons. Marek appears before the people. A person there reveals that Maluhada, Ihezal's father, derides him. He is planning to undermine the faith of the people in Marek. He claims that there is no holy old man and that there is no earth. He even claims that Marek is a lowly worm who has been expelled from a place. Marek prepares to lead the legions of humans to the cities across the ocean to defeat the shurs armies there. He ponders how to overcome them. The shurs army includes Mortis, half-human, half-shurs creatures born from shurs mating with captured human women. Marek's men capture some Mortis. Marek goes to meet them and tells them that they are not accountable only to their fathers. Since their mothers were humans, there must be humanity in them. He tells them that he will spare their lives if they join humans. The Mortis agree, but this makes Marek unpopular among the humans who disdain them. Ihezal warns Marek that shurs and Mortis can bring out the worst in humans, corrupting their minds and bodies deeply. Marek suspects she speaks from experience. She refuses. Then, Marek and Ihezal make love for the first time. Marek finds himself falling in love with her, losing his previous feelings for his girlfriend on Earth. The next day, Marek and his armies prepare to depart for war in the cities across the ocean. Marek arms his armies with gunpowder and teaches them its use. He leaves a guard to protect Ihezal in his absence. Meanwhile, a plot forms to seize power from Marek. While Marek is away, Ihezal seeks out Awij and has rough intercourse with him. Meanwhile, back on the dystopian Earth, the man Azza cheated on Marek with visits to her. He tells her he no longer finds her attractive and regrets sending Marek to another planet to end their relationship. Azza does not take this well. She attempts to kill him by running him over with a car. Marek and his army arrive at the cities across the ocean. They find themselves hopelessly outgunned by the shurs, who easily incapacitate Marek's tribesmen with their telepathic abilities. Marek discovers the remains of a once great shurs civilization in the city. He realizes they were once like humans, believing in gods, kings, and scientists. They eventually reached a dystopian state, similar to humans on Earth. He decides to leave them be. Returning to the beach, Marek finds the believers being punished by being placed on tall wooden spikes. The plot to seize power from him has succeeded. Marek attempts to change the laws to prevent these humans and the shurs one civilization from suffering the fate of Earth. But he is too late. They no longer see him as victor. They view him as a coward who was expelled. The people pelt Marek with stones and nail him to a cross, leaving him to die, with Ehazal standing beneath him. The movie ends here.